everyone. Welcome to today's episode. It's day 61. We're looking into the realities of false prophets. When you hear the word false prophet, you think about one okay, the Igbo word is dibia, native doctor, the traditional medicine man, according to the African tradition, who is fetish and deep in darkness, but has the time to dress up in suits and brush up his bed and wear a fine black or purple shoe. I don't know why I'm thinking about the color purple, but just dress up all clean and come and say, oh, in the name of Jesus, this is going to happen. Yes, those are obvious false prophets because they are working in the name of the Lord, but they are not part of our kingdom. But you see, the kind of false prophets I really fear, it is those who allow themselves to say what God has not said. A Christian can walk in falsehood, and when you perpetually walk in falsehood, you become a false prophet. So just before we point our fingers at the native doctors turn pastors or prophets or seers in their suits, practicing divination and saying all sort of things in the name of the Lord, I think it's also important that we watch ourselves as Christians. You must say, oh, princess, drop it. A believer can't become a false prophet. I'm sorry. I don't believe in once saved forever. Let's not go into that topic. But if there was nothing like falling away, Apostle Paul wouldn't use that word in his writings. He wouldn't use words like anyone who puts his hand to the plow and looks back is unfit. He won't use, words like anyone that looks back, is it possible to have him restored? Anyone that's, tested of the power of age to come, and all of those. The truth is, we have to be careful. You have to watch yourself against falsehood. I'm speaking to you, I'm speaking to myself. You see, there is a tendency for those of us who have the prophetic gift or who are in prophetic office. I'm not in a prophetic office, I only have a prophetic gift, okay? Clarify that. I'm an ordained evangelist, and that's also my calling. All right, so for those of you or those of us who might have prophetic gifts and those of you who are in prophetic office as prophets, there is a tendency for us to say that God has said when he hasn't said. Having a conversation with my younger brother lately, and he used the word, he said, I think it's better to say I perceive when you are picking something in your spirit than saying God said when you're not sure that he has said. And now, sometimes I even think that he said and he did not say. It's understandable when you are coming up trying to master the voice of God and knowing that he has said a thing or not said a thing. That's not falsehood. That's just you learning, taking baby steps. It's understandable. But where the problem is you are you have a full-blown, relationship with the Lord. You understand how he talks to you. You know when he's saying something, but you choose to say the other thing because you want to maybe get something from the person or maybe look better or comfort them when God is not comforting them. You're putting yourself in danger, and that's outrightly operating in falsehood. And if you keep doing that, you become the same as the false prophets. I'm yet to see any class of people that God just terribly hates. I'm yet to see any class of people other than false prophets. He hates them so bad. In fact, he hates them so bad that the judgment in Revelation is that they are going to spend their time or in eternity in the bottomless pits with the devil himself and the Antichrist. Why would I have to share in that sorrow when I did not share in the glory? I mean, no matter what you get in this earth, can you have as much glory as Satan in this world? You really can't. So why would I want to be there? That's why we have to be careful. This story needs to get 13. We see how God is saying, you guys are saying things I'm not saying. I'm going to deal with you. I'm going to rip my people from your hand. How did they become that? They were first genuine priests. But circumstances sometimes can cloud the mind of a prophet or of a believer. Let me use the word believer now because he can actually be having the gift. So, circumstances can cloud your mind and your eyes and your perception or your reception. Even divination can cloud it. You can have someone hijack your signal if you're not, charged. These things are important. I know a story of people who have gone on strange altars and they didn't have prophetic gift. All of a sudden they realize that they're prophesying. At that point in time, it's because the power that is on that altar is higher than your power. So it takes over your signal. These things are real. It might not even be an altar. It might just be a conversation. And somebody who is high in divination can project what they want you to see, project what they want you to say. And that's why it's important before you say the Lord said, be sure of your reception. Okay, don't leave yourself be porous. And when we say believers should live a prayer life, prayer life, a fasted life, a study life, all of these are important. But you know, the most important protection for not walking in falsehood or becoming a false prophet is to stay connected to the Lord. Oh my God, I fast, I pray, I study my Bible, but the times that I missed it, at the times in my life, not just about prophesying to people, like generally, the times I missed it in my life are the times that I did not double check with the Lord. Like I said, I said it last 2 days, I've been saying it again, always double check with the Lord. It's important. Even if you feel like there's a message, ask the Lord, is this really you? And if you're not sure, don't say, give it time, so that you can, let it be. When there is a force from darkness, everything Satan projects into the heart for one to speak, it comes with a force. God is never forceful. He just lets you know. It could just be a signal. And if there's any need for urgency, he will also let you know. The bottom line is work with God so well that you know when he's saying something. And the truth is, when you are saying something that he's not saying, you will get the signal inside of you. It's like the Urim and the Thummim on the breastplate of the priest in Israel. You just know that something is off. And when it's that, please don't give that message. Shut it down until you know what's going on, until you know where the source is from. God hates falsehood. We should too. I'll see you tomorrow.